Have you ever wondered if your life really has a purpose, or if all this is just a big, meaningless chance? Since humanity has existed, we seek meaning for our existence. Religions, philosophies, and ideologies tried to answer this question. But what if all this is just a comforting illusion? Friedrich Nietzsche was one of the few brave philosophers enough to face this question head-on, and his answer was not pleasant. He declared the death of God, dismantled the absolute truths, and launched a disturbing challenge. If the universe does not give us meaning, then can we create it on our own? In this video, we will explore how Nietzsche discovered the true meaning of life, or at least how he showed us a way to find him. Now that the door has been opened, do you have the courage to cross? Imagine that everything you believe is true. Your values, your morals, your worldview were, in fact, just a human invention. Something created not because it is right, but because it served to a psychological and social purpose. Nietzsche saw that exactly. He realized that for centuries, humanity built a great castle of certainties based on belief in God, Christian morality, and absolute values. But as science and critical thinking advanced, this castle began to crumble. And that's how Nietzsche made a bombastic statement: God is dead. But beware. When Nietzsche said that, he was not simply denying the existence of a divine being. What he meant is that the absolute certainties that supported society were disappearing. The problem? Humanity was not prepared to live without them. Without God, without a cosmic purpose, without an instruction manual for life, what do we have? For many, that means the abyss, nihilism, the feeling that without a universal truth, everything is useless and worthless. This is where a lot of people get lost, and Nietzsche knew that. But he also believed that this crisis did not need to be the end. On the contrary, it could be the beginning of something new. The first step in finding a new meaning to life, according to Nietzsche, is to accept that illusions have died. Only then can we build something true. Now that we break the illusions, where are we going from here? In the next topic, we will talk about the free spirit and how Nietzsche believed that we can create our own meaning for life. If God is dead and the absolute truths have ruined, what remains for us? For Nietzsche, this was not a sentence of despair. It was an opportunity, definitive freedom. But beware, freedom can be scary. Most people do not want to deal with a world without ready truths. They prefer to follow established rules, traditions, and systems. Therefore, when confronted with existential emptiness, many choose to cling to new illusions, ideologies, gurus, modern dogmas, all to avoid the weight of thinking for themselves. Nietzsche saw this behavior as a form of weakness. He believed that to really live, we needed to become free spirits, brave individuals enough to build their own path without depending on imposed truths. But how to become a free spirit? 1. Distrove the inherited beliefs. Question everything they taught you about right and wrong, good and bad. These ideas were created to maintain social order, not to free you. 2. Accept the chaos of existence. There is no designed destination, a predefined purpose. The universe is indifferent. This seems scary, but it also means that you can give you the meaning you want to. Your own life. 3. Try, dare, create. If nothing is absolute, you can reinvent your values, your identity, and your way of living. Instead of following ready models, become the author of your own story. Nietzsche knew this way was not easy. Few have the courage to break with tradition and take full responsibility for its existence. But he also believed that this was the only genuine way to live an authentic life. Now the question is, are you willing to pay the price of freedom? Imagine the following scenario. A demon appears to you and says that everything you have ever lived, every moment, every choice, every joy and suffering will be repeated forever. You will have to live your life exactly as it is, without changing absolutely nothing, forever. How would you react? Does this thought fill you with horror or make you feel deep acceptance? This is the concept of eternal return. one of Nietzsche's deepest and most disturbing thoughts. For him, this idea should not be seen as a literal belief, but as a philosophical test. If the idea of reliving your life endlessly scares you, maybe it means that you are wasting your existence. On the other hand, if you would accept this fate with a smile, it means that you are living fully, following your own essence. What can we learn from the eternal return? Stop living in the automatic. If your life were an infinite cycle, every decision you make would have a huge weight. Are you not postponing important things? Take full responsibility for your life. There is no guaranteed after. The only chance we have to live something significant is now. Create a life that you would not regret reviving. The meaning of life is not to seek external purpose, but to live so intensely that you would not be afraid to repeat everything. The eternal return forces us to face a brutal truth. If you don't want to live your life infinitely, you may be living the wrong way. So, would you pass this test? Now, if the eternal return is the judgment of our existence, the Übermensch, beyond of man, is the solution. In the next topic, let's talk about how Nietzsche believed that we could become superior beings, creators of our own destiny. If God is dead, if there are no absolute truths, and if we should create our own meaning. So what is the next step? For Nietzsche, the answer was clear. We need to transform ourselves. He called this new form of Übermensch, or beyond of man. The Übermensch is one who does not cling to ancient beliefs, does not seek an external meaning, and has the courage to create his own values. He is not content to just follow traditional morals or live a mediocre life. He reinvents himself, risks, and becomes the true author of his destiny. But how to become an Übermensch? 1. Detach from the herd mindset. Most people seek security, approval, and follow the rules without question. Nietzsche saw this as a weakness. For him, true greatness requires you to get out of this cycle and think for yourself. 2. Transform pain into strength. Instead of seeing as a victim of circumstances, use each difficulty as a trampoline to grow. Nietzsche believed that suffering should not be avoided, but embraced as part of our development. 3. Create your own morals. The Übermensch does not follow a moral imposed by others. He defines his own values, based on his experience, his will, and his authenticity. He does not live to please, but to perform his maximum potential. Nietzsche left us a challenge. Most people spend their lives just existing, surviving, following the easiest way. But few have the courage to become something greater, to live with authentic intensity and purpose. The final question is, are you willing to become the creator of your own destination? Or will you keep living under the values that were imposed on you? Nietzsche did not give us a definitive answer about the meaning of life. Instead, he left us a challenge to accept that the universe has no predefined purpose and yet create its own meaning. Now I ask you, are you living a life that would accept reliving forever? Leave your answer in the comments and share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more content like this.